starting out by filling in my eyebrows. I'm using my Rimmel pencil, and this is the color dark brown, I believe. I'm going to feather everything out, making sure I fill everything in. And after that, I'm combing the eyebrows with the same brush that it came with. And to define the brows, I'm using my Age Rewind concealer from Maybelline, and I'm going to just define my eyebrows and make it look a little bit sharper and a little bit cleaner. And to help the eyebrow hairs stay in place, I'm using this new product from L'Oreal. This is the Brow Stylist Plumper Brow Gel. So I really like this one so far. I like the brush, and this is the color brown. Alright, moving on to the eyes, I'm using my primer from Wet n Wild, and I'm dabbing this all over my eyelids, top and bottom. With my ring finger, I'm blending everything out, and this is going to help in blending out the primer because it is a very thick consistency. So yeah, I'm using my ring for this part. I'm going to be using my Maybelline The Nudes palette. I'm going to use the color taupe, and this is going to go all over the crease. And as you guys can see, I already have one eye done, so just to kill time, but this is going to go all over the crease, making sure everything is blended out. I'm using the RC Cosmetic blending brush. Moving on to the Wet n Wild palette. This is a palette Lust, and I'm going to grab that purple shade and place it on top of my crease color. This is going to emphasize the smokiness and just make everything a little bit deeper and more defined. Moving on to the deep purple shade of that same palette, and I'm placing this at the outer corners of my eyes. And like I said, this is going to help out and blend all the colors together and make it a little bit more deeper and more intense. And make sure that you have your other blending brushes on hand, just so you can blend back and forth between colors. And then I'm moving on with my Milani eyeshadow quad. This is a perfect eyeshadow quad if you're looking for something more dramatic and foil. I'm using that coppery shade, and I'm using my ring finger to dab the color right onto my lids. The colors of this quad are so pretty. They're foil, metallic, they're shimmery, everything that you can think of. It's gorgeous. The best way to apply, at least for me, it's with my ring finger, just because I think with a brush, I don't know, it's a little bit difficult for me, but with my ring finger, it's perfect. So right here, I'm just blending all the colors together. And because we lost some purple shade at the outer corners of my eyes, I'm going to grab that purple shade and just place it at the outer corners and just deepen the color and making sure everything is blended out. I'm going to combine those two colors, and what you see here, I'm just blending all the colors into my crease. We're almost done with the eyes, and I'm moving on to the brow bone. I'm using a cream color shade, and I'm just going to go ahead and place this on top of my brow bone just to make it a little bit more highlighted and defined. I'm going to leave my eyes alone for right now. Moving on to my face, I'm using my 5-second Miracle Blur from Garnier, and this is just going to serve as a primer. Moving on to my Maybelline Fit Me foundation. This is the Poreless Matte Poreless foundation, and just dabbing here and there. If you want a full review of this foundation, just go ahead and let me know, or give this video a thumbs up. But yeah, that's what I'm doing. Okay, so now it's time to conceal my under eye circles and highlight here and there. I'm using my LA Girl Pro Concealer, and this is the color Creamy Beige, and I'm just dabbing a couple dots here and there underneath my eyes and just highlight my nose, on top of my eyebrows, cupid's bow, chin, and all that good stuff. At first, I'm going to use my brush, my foundation brush that I used previously, but then moving on to my underneath my eyes, I'm using my ring finger, and this is just because I feel like this concealer is very thick, and this is going to help in blend everything and smoothing out the concealer. So moving on to the face, I'm using my Maybelline Fit Me powder. This is the color 220, and I'm going to just set everything, my concealer and foundation, with the same powder. And I forgot to mention that the foundation was in the color 230, which is Natural Buff or Natural Beige, one of those two, but I'm going to go ahead and put all the information down below like always. So now I'm taking my blending brush again, and I'm blending all the colors together, and I'm dragging the outer part of the colors all the way down to my lower lash line. Now moving on to my eyeliner, I'm using my NYC liquid eyeliner, and I'm just extending, making like a long wing this time, just because I like the way it looks. For the lower lash line, I'm using the purple shade that we used previously, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to go ahead and drag this all the way down towards my lower lash line. I'm not going to drag the color all the way down just because I don't want it to look too smoky, but I'm just going to go ahead and define my lower lash line. And for my inner corners of my eyes, I'm using that same copper shade that we used on the lid, and I'm going to place this at the inner corners of my eyes. And with a small brush, I'm blending all the colors together at the inner corner. Up next, I'm going to curl my eyelashes and use my Lash Sensational Mascara from Maybelline. And I'm going to add a generous coat of mascara to my top and bottom lashes just to make it a little bit more flirty and open, because either way, we're going to go ahead and use falsies in this video and with this look. For eyelashes, I'm going to use my Red Cherry 747 eyelashes, and I'm just going to use my duo adhesive. So that's that. And then moving on, I'm going to line my waterline with my Rimmel nude pencil. I'm using my NYX bronzing powder and just going to bronze up my face. I'm not going to contour or anything like that, but just add a little bit of more color onto my face. And for blush, I'm using my Milani brush Baked Blush in the color Coralina. This is just a beautiful color. It's a little bit pinky. It's on the pinky side, but it has a little bit of shimmer and not too much. So it's time to add the eyelashes, and like I said, these are Red Cherry eyelashes. They're full, they're not wispy, but they're really, really full, and I like that with this look. For lips, I'm using my NYX lip liner. This is the color Auburn. I'm going to line them and fill them in as well. Now moving on to the lipstick, I'm going to use this one from Maybelline, and this is the color Blissful Cherry. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys on the next one. I don't want a